What is up, Buff Nation? Jake and RK back at Boulder. We talked.
You sore?
I'm a bit sore. What?
From all that twerking?
Oh my God! Please leave me alone, Jesus! Back at work, right off the plane. Basically, we talked to Coach Prime. We talked to Cameron, Silman, Craig. We talked to Shedeur Sanders. We found out some guys got their numbers today, Ryan.
Yes, Travis Hunter. What a surprise! But my guy, I called it. Shane Cokes. I called him to be next. We don't know the order of who got it in what order, but Shane Cokes got his number. Now, we don't know what that number is. Coach Prime was asked, "What numbers did they get?" He said, their numbers.
Yep.
So we'll have to wait until the next time we're in practice to see.
And then in terms of the team composition, Coach said they are not done yet. A lot of these guys are not going to be on the squad that goes to play TCU in September. Writing's on the wall for some guys, man.
Well, and Jake, that was in response to a question about the offensive line.
Yes.
Directly, a
Yes.
question about the offensive line. How do you feel this offensive line is coming together? And Coach said, that's not going to be the team that we're going to have when we go into Texas. So a lot of guys getting put on notice right now, and they just yesterday added a lineman in the transfer portal. Sounds like they're not done there at all.
Yep. Also, I asked Coach Prime about what Hugh Freeze said at Auburn about playing other schools in state. He said he's for it. Been for it for about 3 years. Also said that's where you find out when Tarzan is Tarzan or if they're Jane.
Yes, and I love that. I think it's a great idea. I like that I now get to attribute it to Coach Prime. He had it first. He's came straight from him, and I think it's perfect. Why not play Northern Colorado this year? That makes perfect sense to me. It's not as fun to go against your own guys that you go against every day in practice. I think it was Hugh Freeze who said NFL teams get to do it, college teams get to, or high school teams get to do it.
Yep.
Give these college guys a chance to go play a different team.
For sure. We also talked to Cam, Silman, Craig, former JSU safety, now here at CU. He's a dog, Ryan, certified dog.
Yeah, and I asked him, what does that mean to you? And, Coach Prime was actually looking at him, watching the beginning of his press conference, and he said, it's about my coach. It's about letting my coach know that he can trust me on every single play, that he knows who I am, that he's not going to have to worry about if I'm bringing it. I bring it every single play. He said I'm a 4-down safety, and you see that when he's on the field. He really takes pride in that.
He also said that just going against this offense from Sean Lewis and Shedeur, the pace, we obviously have heard a lot about the pace. He said it's very high pace. But he also said that it's good for him and the defense because in September when they open up, no other offense they go against is going to be going that quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if they are going that quick, are they at altitude?
Yes.
In game one, obviously you won't be. So even if they want to go hurry up, that'll be nothing new for these guys. And it's kind of like, shooting hoops with a medicine ball, and then you get the basketball out there and you're like, man, this thing feels light, you know? They're going to be really battle tested when it comes to that.
We also spoke to Shedeur Sanders. He talked about Travis Hunter, called him his youngin. Also
I'm sure Travis loves that.
Of course. He also said he's an absolute weapon for them on offense, man. We've been talking about it.
Yeah, he said he's always open unless he's doubled. And he said, I don't think people are going to be able to double him because we got Jimmy on the other side. I mean, imagine you're sending 2 over to cover Travis. Good night. Jimmy's over the top. So he talked about, just that instinct on offense that he's slowly but surely learning from playing with Sean Lewis. And he said, I'm kind of in his mind now. I know what he's thinking. And the fact that, we're sitting here in early April and he's already to that level and feels comfortable at that level is huge. He also said that you have to think a lot, especially as the quarterback. And we've talked about this. The quarterback essentially just goes out there, looks at the defense, and decides, okay, this is Tampa 2. We know exactly what to do. Boom, couple hand signals. Maybe he yells out a couple words that everyone knows what that means. But it is a lot on the quarterback to think. Luckily for him, he doesn't have to read off 30-word play calls, but he does have to go out there and know what he's looking at. He said he's starting to get comfortable with that. He did say down the home stretch like today in practice, you have to make sure you're still mentally sharp because you've been thinking a lot out there.
For sure. Also, fun fact, Shedeur Sanders does not like hamburgers.
Doesn't like burgers. Someone tried to give him a burger restaurant recommendation. Wasn't having it. Wasn't taking it.
Not having it. That's it for us here in Boulder today, guys. Make sure you turn into DMVR Buffs on Twitter and DMVR Sports on YouTube. We'll see you on Monday.
Back to working.
Back to working. No more twerking.